Yes, I am on. I couldn't come on earlier, so I'd help my mom out with some stuff. But I'm on now. And I thought I'd come on for a little bit and talk about the loss of a daytime legend. And I was going to share my story I have with her. And also talk about Martha Byrne, who was our on-screen daughter and her very close off-screen. I never got a chance to interview her. I would sit down one-on-one that I always wanted if I get a chance. I'm James Lott Jr. It's a sad day in the soap world, sad day in the acting world. So I'm gonna just get everything set up. Get in there. I'm gonna just typing some stuff up. Emmy winner, Emmy winner, everything. She was. It's just. I'm like, wow, didn't expect that today. When I woke up this morning. But of course, you can follow us on all social media platforms. Daytime Today. Make sure I say that. Sign up for my events. I have events coming up. Sign up for those too. Oh my God, make sure I say all that. There we go. I'm just setting everything up so I can talk to you guys. I'll see who's in here in a second. My phone is off. My phone's been ringing all morning. Let's see what's going on here. Give me a sec, folks. I'll be there in a second. My computer's going slower than usual. Okay, there we go. Going slower than usual. Here we go. Take it back and see who's here. So I know this is 11 o'clock. I'm on a weird time. Okay, phone is off. Hello, everybody. Beauty for Ashes, Sherry Brown, everybody. Good morning. Yes, may she rest in paradise, peace, whatever words you use. So I'm going to share a little bit of just something for me, my experience with ElizabethHubbard, because it's kind of funny, actually. Oh my goodness. So in 2018, I've been ElizabethHubbard, the character Lucinda, is one of my favorite characters of all time in television. Big, huge fan of hers. I just grew up with her on my screen, was a huge fan. And I was just like, okay. So, and I also love Martha Byrne. Martha Byrne's my favorite characters of daytime TV also. So the picture that I posted online, the picture you see in the thumbnail, is when in 2018, my first Emmys I ever went to, and that Emmys, I met everybody. It was like crazy. They were walking down the red carpet, they were presenting, and I said, Lucinda. Now, I know better. I never do that. I know the actors are who I know I never do that. And I said that, and Martha started laughing. And I go, oh my God, I said, I meant to say Miss Elizabeth. I said, Miss Hubbard. And they came over to me. And they were like, it's fine. And she's like, I don't care if I'm called Lucinda or Elizabeth or Liz, or I was going to just call me. And I thought that was funny. It's one of those kind of old jokes or whatever. And I just talked to them. And later I had a one-on-one with Martha, which is one of my favorite interviews. Martha and I are the same age. And I just think Martha is just, my heart goes out to her because I know how close they are off screen. Martha is just amazing 1,000 times. But I got to talk to her, and she was super sweet to me. And I just was like, here I am living my dream of being in Pasadena, California at the Emmys as a news outlet. And I'm talking to Lucinda, but I'm also talking to the first actress to win a daytime Emmy. I'm talking to Althea Davis from The Doctors. I'm talking to homegirl Anacostia, my friend Anthony Anderson. I had the pleasure and honor of having her on Anacostia. I guess just like, so many memories of my childhood and teenage years, and are just flooding through of her performances. And it's something that, that happens. There are people who come on these shows and who are good and who do a good job. Then there are those who just transcend the genre, and ElizabethHubbard was one of them. I just really do, and I'm very grateful for the little bit of time I had with her, the picture I got, because that year I was doing selfies with everybody. Anybody, whether I did an interview or not, I was like, because I had my my famous purple jacket. So I totally did that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do that again. So I'm glad I got a little picture with her, and her and Martha presented that year. But it was such I always had hoped that I would get a one-on-one with her, and I talked to Martha about it, and I just never. I wanted one with Lisa Brown too, played her other mother Iva, and Lisa passed away. I never got a chance to meet her. But As World Turns is one of my favorite soaps, and so it really is the end of an era of sorts with that. And a lot of our daytime stars are moving on to their next assignment, as they say, in the next plane. But this was like, wow, this one actually, it's really affecting me a little bit. I was like, this is a little tough. But we weren't friends, but I got a chance to meet her, and I just feel for Martha so much, because I just know she was like another mom to her, and they were super close. So, and and also just a talent. There's what a talent we have that's not out here with us. Anytime we lose a talent, it's always a sad thing. So yeah, that's the cast. I saw your posted stuff. And you guys are all, hello everybody who's in here. Thank you so much for coming in. I have a little bit of time, so I thought I could come on and talk about it. But she's somebody who is one of the top, I think one of the top 10 characters of all time on daytime. And I will stick to that. I will stick to that. Yes, I know, Candace, you are this, it's funny, because it's also funny, because some of you guys are real. I mean, like, I watch soap operas, and I'm a fan of soaps, okay? But some of you are the embodiment of soap opera. Like, you live and breathe it. I know, Candace, you do. You live and breathe soap opera. And so I feel for you, because I know you feel it. I know for you, it is these soaps raised you, so you feel it. I'm sure. So I just think that's kind of, so that's kind of, I get it. But no, yeah, seriously, masterclass in acting, so many iconic scenes. Of course, the hot tub scene with her and John, which started kind of their whole thing. But just so many, she could be over the top, she could be grating, her character and all stuff, and then she could be sweet and tender, show other sides too. Actually, she was a good actress. And so anytime we lose a good actress, it's sad. Again, I go back to people who diss daytime. They just don't get it. There are some really brilliant actors, male and female, that come from soap opera. They really do. And she could have easily, in my opinion, if there was opportunity or whatever, could have been a film actress of note and prime time. And she had it. She had the it factor. You just never know who has it. You just have it. Just whenever she came into a scene, you wanted to see what she was going to do. Some characters and the people that played a part, they do. Solomon, hi Solomon Payne, great name. Hello, James. Just thought I stopped by. I remember you from Albert's Live. Oh yeah, well, thank you, Solomon, for checking out my channel. I totally appreciate that. Hope you are now a subscriber. Take a look around. I got all kinds of stuff, from Star Wars to soap operas to organizing. I got all kinds of stuff, Solomon. Jeannie, since I was 8, Edge of Night, Secret Storm. Thanks, so now I'm 61. There you go. Yes, soap opera. I'm telling you. Hi, Terrell, Eugene Bellinger. Sad to hear the news of Liz Hubbard's passing. She knew how to show class when it came to soap opera acting. She went, yes, I know. I agree. I just think it's one of those things. I think, again, people don't realize there are some people in this genre who really do act their asses off. Candace says, I know Retro to do a tribute with her, the Doctors, but I wish Procter & Gamble recently. Yeah, they won't. They won't. Let me spill the tea. My mug. Oh, I just want to show also my shirt is Los Angeles history, it's American history, it's queer history. Look it up. Let me make sure I say that. Yes, Solomon, welcome. So everybody's welcome here at the Lotties, where we welcome everyone here who's, is great. Candace Mack, he wants to know who you are. He wants to know who Candace Mack is. Candace Mack, tell him who you are. You tell him who you are, who you is, and who you be. Tell him who you be. But no, it's they look at daytime and I'm like, come on, folks. There are some folks who really do transcend it. So it's Matt's chiming in. Yes, I posted my essay award too. They do some actors do some of the hardest work in the business. The hardest work in the business. And that still isn't recognized. I don't get it. But I'm excited that CBS is posting the daytime Emmys this year, June 16th, save the date. Very happy it's gonna be at the Westin Bonaventure. So it's funny, Candace, the Westin Bonaventure is where I had my high school prom in 1987. 36 years ago. It's crazy, 36 years ago. So that's kind of like, wow, okay. Yes, and Candace Mack also is one of the lead actors in my audio drama comedy, The Email, here on JLJ Media. And there's a new episode of House of Frost out today, episode 8. We're getting towards the season finale. Check out the first 8 episodes. They're fun. We have some really good acting in that too. We have some good fun in there. And the next ones are really good, but we're ending in about 4 episodes. The first season will be ending. So check that out. Check out all the audio dramas. Check out audio dramas. Well, Terrell, I do think there is some talent still on there. There's still some, but it all depends on the writing. I saw James Reynolds, Emmy winner, and Emmy nominee James Reynolds, do some great acting the other day. And I was like, when they write for him, that's when you can see it. So Terrell's a little hard to find, but the actors are there. It's just the material may not be there like it used to be. Thank you, Jeannie, for making me feel old. Thank you. It was the year you were born, 1969. 1987. Well, that's the year I was born, 1969. 87. I feel ancient. Hazy flower. Well, Solomon, here's the thing. It ain't easy to get on a writing team of a soap opera. So, it's like it's not like you just get on, I'll just apply and get it. It's a very small world, very territorial, and writing staffs, last for a while. So yes. Yes, they made James say bitch. I was like, go on, James Reynolds. He can do it. On days. But yes, that's the whole point. Is that when they write, so Terrell, when they write good material, then actually the acting comes out. But the material hasn't been the greatest these days in these soap operas. But when they do. It's good. So we need to push for better writing these days. That's what it is. So once we get better writing, shit. Sorry, my donuts fail. My Krispy Kreme donuts fail. I don't want them falling. Yes, you guys spell the same. There's 2 Jeans in here. Jeannie's in here. I didn't even know Galen Gehring had a son that was starring in his own show on Nickelodeon. See, I'm that out of touch. So I did not know that. So I'm totally out of touch. I didn't know that. I have to admit, so everybody have to admit, I'm coming out of like a bubble because I would take care of my mother. I lost my stepdad, and then my mother almost died. So I've been busy with that. But I'm finally, as she's getting settled, she came back to life, and it's like a soap opera. And I'm starting to come and see things that are happening. So I didn't know he had a real life son that was doing something. I had no idea. I don't know, Candace, did you know that? I mean, Candace probably knows. Candace is dialed into everything. I don't know everything like I used to. I'm starting to come back. I feel like life just went on without me. I'm just trying to play catch up. But Candace and I do know two folks who are writing for Days of Our Lives or Beyonce or whatever. We know people who are writing for them. So they were like regular folk like us and got on there. But it's not easy. It's not easy to do. It just they're very everything's very incestuous. I wouldn't, and personally, and you ask Candace, I wouldn't write for a soap opera. Nah. It's just the fans are too much. I couldn't, that's okay. You can't please everybody, but the fans are really ugh. Well, yeah, so it's kind of crazy. So yes. Yes, that's you too. It is, Jeannie. Yes, it is. Yeah, no, it is. Black Lady Sketch Show is hilarious. I think season 4 is just starting, or it's about to start. Hilarious. They do. I agree. I have some Black female friend directors and writers and producers. My friend Allison Faust, my friend Zinga Stewart. They're out there doing stuff, and so we need more. We need more. I've interviewed Galen. I know Galen. I've interviewed him several times over the years. I interviewed him, 2 or 3 times over the years. I like Galen. Galen's a nice guy. But yeah, I always say I would never write for soap operas. Not right now. I'm not in this climate. Nah, I wouldn't do it. I have lots of ideas, but it would be, if there's a writer strike, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? How would that happen? What would happen to the genre itself? Days is on streaming. I mean, I just think that streaming could be a savior of soap opera. You know what I mean? I have to do my hair. I haven't done it yet. Just wild. Could be the savior of soap operas. There's some great stuff on streaming. A lot of the programs I watch are on streaming. And I'm just like, I just finished Unprisoned with Kerry Washington and Delroy Lindo. Love that show. Love it. Excellent writing, excellent acting. Hilarious and sad all at the same time. Thought-provoking. It's like, okay. And not that, I mean, Well, thank you. I could. I mean, I know I have ideas. I could write soaps. I know the tenets. I know I would stop certain things. But remember, and Candace knows this also, and you guys know this. It's a network deal. It's like you have to deal with the networks and what they will allow, what they won't allow, what they feel is important, what they feel is not important, and that would get on my nerves. So I'd write a story, and I think, oh, this is great, but if they don't want to put it on screen, then there you have it. I actually would write for Bold and Beautiful. If I had to, they said, James, which one? I would write for Bold. Yes, it's a thankless job. Writing, producing, directing soap operas, totally thankless job. Thankless. The Italian Call, yes, hello. ElizabethHubbard as Lucinda was always riveting and unforgettable. Totally agree with that. Briefly spoke to Matt, the other Matt, Theo from 10th floor. What if ABC went to stream? We would see more liberties and creativeness. Who knows? We'll never know. Yes, Lucinda was the bomb. Was the bomb diggity. She was. Yes, network. Good old network. They always have their hands in. They have their hands and stuff. That's the problem. So, but the problem is these soaps have been around for so long. There's so many different ways you can go. And so you have to, and I'm sorry, I said this before, you can only see the fans to a point, because you'll have a whole section of fans telling you they're right, and another section of fans telling you they're right. So I've asked this eternal question over and over again, and people just miss what I'm saying. But I'm like, well, then who do you pick? If people want Carly and Sonny back together, if folks like Carly and Nina, then who do you pick? They both think they're right, so then who do you? That's the problem. A lot of soaps. That's the problem. It's like a lot of soaps. You can't. It's like, how do you choose? Because you go this direction, then all these folks are upset. and they're screaming on Twitter and they're yelling at you and all stuff. You're like, but I have to go a direction, write more for this person, fire that person. Well, what if I like that person? I don't want to fire them. It's like, so as I've said, it's like, it's too much. It is too much. I get in trouble just for talking about the soaps on my shows. I can't even imagine if I start writing for them. But I have great ideas for all 4 soaps, but they don't want them. They don't want them. So yes. Lucinda Walsh was an icon and made her mark in some of the greatest moments in Oakdale history. Yep. And Garrett Shears. Yes, she had, I remember that scene. She had a hat and everything. Hi, Nikisha. Yes. So side note, if you are a Patreon member of mine, which I'll put it in here, you could join any tier. Coming up in the next couple of days is my trip around Los Angeles. I got to go for Easter. I got a chance to go out in the world and run around. But I'm up to 33 Patreon. So I'm trying to get up to 40. So, and I'm just like big for 40, but we got 33. I gained 2 more people. Thank you, those 2 new people. I love you. So I'm trying to get to 40. So I'm doing good. 33. I've given you content. Yes, Nikisha's a longtime party. She's been following me for a while. I feel like I got her during the pandemic, right? Nikisha during the pandemic. I've been around longer than all these other people. And, but I realize not everybody knows me. Yeah, I know you like that shirt. I was laughing. I saw this morning when I saw the comment. You like the shirt, yes. But I've been around a long time, kids. But I know everybody doesn't know me. So, well, and Daisy Flower, I would be the same. I think GH is too bloated. There's too many characters. There's too many. I would have to pare it down. But I think on another show I talked about what my plan was. GH I would do. I'll get back to the core families and have umbrella stories and have a whole thing, so. What's funny, Sherry, is that it was close. It was like they were all pretty close. I forgot what the lead was, but they're all pretty close. And I said I could do all that. So what I did is I ran around town, did that, got my lunch, and then I stayed in bed. I mean, Cobb, hello. So that's kind of, I did kind of a little bit of both, but I did the soup and sandwich, and it was good. It was good. And for those of you guys who were here yesterday, we're doing our meetup in Vegas. So I did a poll yesterday, and I did a poll on Twitter too. So on the poll yesterday, July was in the lead. Same thing on Twitter. July was in the lead. So I'm thinking we're going to do it in July. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Yeah, during lockdown. I decided to do something during the lockdown. Well, Lady Flower, yes, most of the characters are part of core families. But there's a way to do it. There's a way to do it. My look who's related. Yes, Matt, on audition days. I know. Matt, what's his name does something kind of similar, but not really. I'm like, okay. On that show now. But yes. But I'm not gonna get to a discussion on what I would do on Draw, so it's not gonna happen anyway. But I have ideas. I have ideas for all soaps. But they don't want them. And well, Richard Brooke. Oh, hi Chris. Yes, I gotta watch that for today. Yeah, it's early here in Los Angeles, only 11:30. So even YNR isn't even on yet. It's 11:23. So I'm looking forward to seeing that stuff. So I try to be real, you guys. I try to just tell like it is, tell truth, shame the devil. I'm shady as fuck too. I do. I don't care. I cuss, whatever. I tell all the time. There's some folks who've left me. I know they have. They moved on to other people. That's fine. Here's the thing. There's enough room for all of us. There really is. And that's why I support a lot of the other people that I support. I support Howard Bostic and DC Soap Sanctuary, 10th Floor GH, Pier 54, Cesar Joe. I completely support everybody. I'm like Dishing Days. Like it is there's you find the people that you feel comfortable with. If you find you see a host that you like their style, I'm like, do it. If you don't like me anymore, go on with somebody else. Yes, we're talking Liz Hubbard. Yes, I was talking about earlier, Chris. Yes, very surprised. My mom, I just recorded a 50 plus. You can check that out today. My whole caregiving journey. My brother was with her all weekend. I haven't seen her yet, so I helped her with some stuff this morning over the phone. But she's getting stronger little by little. We're practicing stuff. It's been a month. She's been home for a month. She's still using a walker and a cane. She doesn't have full strength yet. But we're getting it slowly but surely. We're getting there. We're getting there. Thanks for asking. And then where do I live? Los Angeles. I live in Inglewood by LAX. Inglewood. Home of SoFi Stadium and the new ATWT Stadium and the Forum, the airport, and all that. So yes. If you're a soap fan, why not support? Yes, sure. I don't know what that means, but okay. I think so coming alive with kind of Vegas. So you're suggesting I should do I know because you can't come over, Andrea. Fly on over, Andrea. So you're thinking we should do a Zoom also if we're together. You think you want to add that to the mix also? Yeah. Yes. Because number one, I have to go when I'm available. That's the whole point. That's number one. And there were some suggestions that I can't do because my mother her husband died, so she's mourning her husband while she's recovering. And my birthday's next, Mother's Day is next, so it's gonna be like her first Mother's Day without him. What's the next one? Oh yeah, some people don't like me. They don't like me, Jeannie. Oh no, they don't. I don't think we wanted something else. I don't know. They're so weird. Like this, I'm not for everybody. But I have a lot of fans. I mean, I'm doing good. I'm successful in this business. I'm doing good. But what are we talking about? I'm getting old. What are we talking about? Oh, we have to go. My mother. It's her birthday at the end of June, so we have to stay here for her for that. So it's like certain things coming up that I have to put in consideration also and find the weekend to do it. But you want us to do a Zoom while we're together? I wonder how we could do that. You want us to do a Zoom while we're together? Like at one point, if we're in a room together, pick a time and it's like, okay, we're all in a room together and do it. I don't know. It's interesting. I'll think about that. Because my thing was a little more casual in that. It was just like we get together. Whoever comes to Vegas. We do a couple of things together, and and have a little meetup. Now, I wasn't thinking of anything bigger than that. But I am open. I'm always open to stuff, so we can think about that. Hi, Paul Freed. 60 outside right now in LA. It is 65. It'll be 72 today. We've had the best days the last 3 or 4 days. It has been wonderful and wondrous. So yes. And Solomon, I have 17 audio dramas and comedies. So you should check those out. I have a list on my page, JLJ Media. You can go to on YouTube, you can find the list. I'll post it again, but you can find it. I'll post it on here. I think I'll post it on here too. My list, I'll post on YouTube, my list of audio dramas and comedies. I'll do that. And I'll post it on YouTube so you can see it, Solomon. And you can just pick one and go wherever you find stuff. Well, Andrea, Connie had sponsored that one. So if anybody wants to sponsor a get together, I'm always down for that. We agreed on a cost and amount and everything. And so it's like it's always happy hour in Vegas. Every hour is happy hour in Vegas. No, but seriously, we can't talk. If somebody wants to sponsor something, I am open to that. Yes. Yes, Candace, I'm sure we're talking about it. Candace Mack talks about all soap things all the time. I'm sure you'll talk about it later. So follow Candace Mack wherever you find Candace Macks are sold. At Candace Mack, at Candy Poo and Candace Mack everywhere. A soap opera spoof. Well, my shows are kind of they're not straight up spoofs, but some of them are plays on soap operas. So yeah, there's some of them are slapsticky, hilarious stuff. So kind of. I have a lot. I do spoofs on superheroes. I have a series called Rapid Rita and the Speedster. It's a complete spoof on superhero stuff. So yeah, I got some stuff like that. I do. So from my mom's perspective, that would be interesting at some point. But right now, it's all about me. Sorry, Jeannie. It's all about. She'll never talk. She doesn't. She won't go on camera or talk or anything. So she'll never do it. I can't never get her on camera with me. She'll never do it. So the only perspective you're going to hear is mine. That's it. But for mine, of course, this is new for me, and my mother's, it's like super sickly. So, but yes, I'm going to post them for you. All right. Yes, thinking. So I'm gonna post them on here. I'll post them on. Actually, I don't know if I can do it right now, Solomon. I think I'm going to see if I can do it right now. Post it on YouTube so you can see the list. Let me do this. I know exactly where to go. You know me, I'll do work while I'm doing a show. Talk amongst yourselves while I look this up. There it is. So I just posted it in my story, and I'm gonna do it right now. And I have more coming. So, and they're on every platform you can think of for audio. So I'm posting it right now on YouTube as we speak. Even though they're audio, I still think it's still important. Create a post. Here we go. Check them out. So Solomon, you can go on my page, you'll see a post with all of them on there, all my audio dramas. And I have more to come. I have more coming. I have more in production, all kind of stuff. So take a look at them. There you go. So you can check that out, Solomon. I made it easy for you. You can check that out. I'm on 13 minutes already. Just got done watching. How you get So you already watched. So because you're 3 hours ahead, Paul. That's right. You're in Pennsylvania. So yeah, why not just started right now? The peanut is either a pea or a nut. Discuss. Oh, that's so funny. But yes, there's our priority like 3 episodes. Okay, next go again. It'll be fun. That could be fun. Yes, like that. Yeah, but I think I want to say something. Meek Cobb said something. I'm going back up. I want to make sure I get everybody in here. Yeah, look who's elated. That's only edition days. I know that I could do it on any other show, but I don't do that. I don't want to get in trouble from Tony. That was for them. I am not. But I said me and Tony have certain like agreements. But yes, yeah, my mother won't do anything. Yes, yes. Well, that's. I know everybody is suggesting dates. Again, this is James' personal trip to go to Vegas to have a little break from my mother, and then I want to do a meetup while I was there. So I think everybody's getting a little excited and making it bigger than I was like James is doing it. This is for James first. And then if people can make it. I'm not looking for 20,000 people to come. My thing was, if I'm in Vegas at a certain time, and if some people can make it, then that'll be fine. But I'm just like, but originally it's for me, I have had a life of my own for the last 5 months. I've been caregiving. That I'm trying to pick. I had to cancel like 5 trips. And so I'm trying to regain those trips as I go. So I'm not looking to do 10 big thousand things with everybody in the world. But I'm just looking to, like, if I go to Vegas and then if people can make it, that's how I'm doing it. So that's kind of how it's going. So I did my polls, and it looks like July is the one everybody was saying would most work for them. And it looks like July may work best for me also. I don't think August is going to work either. August, I think it might be, I was looking at my August schedule. So I do have other things coming up also. And again, August is the month my stepfather, when his birthday, the death. August is a hard month for me, period, because my brother died, my dog died, my grandmother died. It's a hard month for me and my family. So a lot of times I don't travel in August because we kind of come together. So no, I know everybody's excited. Everybody's getting not just you, everybody's getting excited. I know everybody's getting excited, but I'm not. I just like I just kind of brought it up as an extra thing if I decide to go out of town, because when I go places, I like to meet people. I couldn't come to Vegas and not tell you, Sherry. I would have to tell you. I'm like, I want to meet you. I would go to Kansas. I totally contacted MJ. It's like all my people are different places, so I'm always like, if I go somewhere, I like meeting the fans and meeting my friends. So it was kind of more like that. But yes, I know it's not just you, Sherry. Everybody started to give me all these. I'm like, okay, everybody, let's slow down. It's getting way bigger than I was planning. I kind of want to relax also when I go to Vegas, have a vacation a little bit too. So, but I'm open to. I am open to stuff. So I will let everybody know what's going on. But I came to you guys first. I wanted to see what if there's any interest. So there's interest. I did get that. There's interest. And literally the fans mostly are like, he's meet and greets. No, I don't want to do all that either, Matt. I'm not looking at favorite. I know, yes, to you, Matt. I know. I'm not trying to do all that either. I'm not trying to do all that. Wow, this was a simple little thing that I was trying to do. Like when I met Connie and Kate and Maria, it was just like, it was on a Monday, let's meet up. And we had a great time. I was like, I'm just trying to, we'll see. My life is a whole different thing right now. So, and also it could, who knows my mother, anything could change. Anything could change. Well, Andrew, if I come to the UK, I want to come to the UK. I've never been. Of course I got to see you. I got to see your boat. I have to go on a boat. Hi, JH fam. So, but yes, but I know everybody's just excited. I get it. But people are telling me all these different dates. So I'm like, okay, now I'm not here trying to coordinate everybody in the world either with your stuff. This is just me. I think if I go to Vegas, there's certain people I would have to talk to, like Sherry, for you and us like that. So yes. Ariel Speedwagon, out of town fairgrounds. I love Ariel Speedwagon. I do. Love them. It should be good. But Rich Cronin, lead singer. But I always feel like that. If I go somewhere where I know people are there, I always try to find. I feel like I'd feel weird not saying I'm going to be there, So it feels weird. So yes, I'm like, of course like I said, if I go to Vegas, I got to tell Sherry I'm in Vegas. Like, hello, I got to tell her I'm there. So it's one of those kind of things. Like I said, I thought of MJ immediately when I say Kansas. I'm like, girl, we're gonna be in Kansas for like 4 or 5 days. We have to meet up. So it's like, BT was like, okay, and so that's kind of where I'm at. So we will all see what's going on. But my life is not set in stone either. My whole life is, who knows? My mother's not out of the woods yet completely. She's still recovering. Who knows? I'm hoping to still go on this Kansas trip. That's before I even start planning anything else. I'm hoping in a month. My birthday's a month from today. I'll be 54 years old a month from today. I'm hoping I get there. My family, I'm learning anything can happen in the instant. So I'm just like, I'm just kind of cautiously moving forward. Cautiously. My life is not mine yet completely. But we're working on it. My siblings and I are working on it. We're working on it right now. We're taking steps and to make her more comfortable and her more self-sufficient. But we have to still watch her. So yes, can't fight this feeling anymore. So hope everybody understands that. So yes, but yes, But yes, I'm open to suggestions and stuff. Andrew, you and I can talk. You know, Sherry, you and I will talk. We'll talk. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see what's going on. But I'm hoping to get to Kansas first, if I can get there. So make sure that happens. That may not happen either. No, RL's feedback was good. I've never seen them in concert. I've never seen them or Journey. I love Journey. Never seen them in concert. But I like all those bands. So hopefully it all makes sense. But yes, everybody's excited and all that stuff. But I'm trying to keep it a little casual. You know, so we'll see what's going on. But yeah, my life isn't my own just yet. So I'm very happy to do this. I had to kind of beg, borrow, steal to do this show today. And so I have to go to my mother's later, and then later. I have like a show, I have to go to her house, I have to come back home, then I have another show later, and I have to go back to her house. That's how crazy my life is right now. And then I have tomorrow with her, and then Wednesday I have a client, and then I have the award show, and then Friday I have a client. So it's a lot. So I'm still in that mode, but we're trying to alleviate some of this stuff off of me. So we're trying. It's not easy. But I'll tell you. But anyway, so back to. But anyway, that's all. Whatever. But back to daytime today and soap operas. I don't know. I guess Nate Victoria. I mean, she's thirsty. He's hot. I guess why not? There's been people with the whole thing of the interracial stuff. Everything is interracial these days. It's a real big thing right now. Commercials, TV, ads, TikTok, everything's interracial. I come from mixed race background, so I get it. But it's almost a little overkill a little bit. I still want to see some Black love that lasts also. So I kind of go back and forth. But I get but on some level, they're doing a storyline that's almost colorblind. It's just attraction and affair and business, which is what Y&R does. So I guess I'm somewhere in the middle. I did Come On Ride the Train. You can ride it, choo-choo ride. Come on, ride the train. It's a choo-choo. So yes, if you are a Patreon member, you will see my journey. I only shared on Patreon. I shared pics and I shared a video. So if you're on my Patreon, you will see my whole journey yesterday. Hi, Black Love. Welcome. Welcome to the show. I've been on 42 minutes. Well, I've been on. Yes, Sean Dominic's hot. He's hot as F. Sean Dominic plays Nate is hot. And Sherry, I'll always give you some shout outs to you. I'll never forget Sherry that time I was like, I want Sherry to say something to Kate when I'm doing to Cameron. And you were like, I was like, no, because I would have felt bad. You have Cameron right in front of you. And if you didn't get a chance to say hi to her, I felt weird. I know you have anxiety about it, but I was like, you have to say hi to her. I have to say hi to her. I hear you see Phyllis at her own funeral. That disguise looks crazy. I saw the things in disguise. So that's kind of crazy. Well, I mean, Victoria I say she's Victor Jr. now. She's Victor Newman Jr. She's the Victor Newman Jr., not Adam. So she is totally taking over that role. So, and she want her a man. He hot. I'm not mad at her for that. She want her a hot man's. But everybody's like, the Newman girls got the Winters guys. So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like Abby has Devon and Victoria. I'm like, Everybody thank Matt for the super chat. Thank you, Matt. That helps. I've made my bottom line this month so far. So thank you so much to all of you who have given me super chats. Because I didn't make it last month because I wasn't really here. I was so busy with my mom. But I saw this morning that we made it this month. So thank you so much. And this is like icing on the cake. So thank you so much. So there's all kinds of stuff going around. I don't know. I don't feel adamant about it either way. I don't feel angry about it or happy about it. I'm in between. I'm just in between. I'll have a major thought about it. Exactly, sure. I'm like I had to. I was like, I'm sorry, girl. I don't care if you're fucking scared. You got at least say hi. Like she's right there in front of you. You got to at least say hi. I gave you that moment because that's how I am. I'm like, certain things come up, I think of you guys, I think of the fans, I think of what you would want, what you would think, and give you that experience. I always think of that, so it's just kind of like, all I know is everybody knows I'm in love with Connor Floyd. Oh my God, he plays Chance. He is so hot. I think he's hot stuff, hot stuff, hot stuff. So don't get me started on that. I'm all like, and he asked Sharon out on a date, basically. He was like, no, you only have two choices, this and dinner. And she's like, oh, okay. So I'm like, if Abby's a character that's always bugged me. Always bugged me. And I agree, Nate should be a doctor again, which they basically showed us that. Sometimes the writing on these shows just like they're schizophrenic. I'm like, I don't understand really what's going on. Kind of. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. So I don't know. But anyway, that's just kind of. But again, I don't have a major feeling or no feeling for or against. I just don't. I'll see how the storyline plays out. I had stronger feelings about other stuff. I don't. I like him. They don't give him enough. So that's the problem. They don't give enough. Again, it goes back to let's see what they can. You're right. Let's see what they can do. They don't give him enough work. So we don't know if he's a great actor or not because they don't give him enough work. In sports, you have trades and subs. Is there any character you see on another show? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm thinking about that. I don't know. You guys in your chat can talk about it. I'm not sure. Abby's recasted. Oh, I don't mind Miss Ordway. I just think the character itself, no matter who's in the role, I was never a huge Abby fan. And I always feel like they always remember her being an Abbott, but they forget she's a Newman. That's the problem for me. I love me some Marcy Miller. That's my girl. I love Marcy Miller. Yeah, yeah. Let's get Sharon she needs some. She does. She is long overdue. I think nominations are coming out this week, I think. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on it. They've been coming out this week. And of course, we'll be doing our annual, I think it's our third annual or fourth annual Daytime Emmys special, nomination special. It's very popular. You guys seem to love it. Me, Jerry Waggett, Rocker Ragsdale, and Candace Mack will do we'll go through the whole nominations list, give our predictions, and tell you why and what and where. Make our comment, and we're shady, make our comments. And then we do the winner special afterwards. So we do both. So I'm looking for. I love our group. We get together twice a year to do it. It's a lot of fun. And two of them are not even in the game anymore. They love coming to doing the show. We have such fun doing the show. We do. So yeah. So come on in. So look out for that. So once the nominations come out, then I'll find out when we're doing our shows. We do them live too. So I'll be live here on YouTube, on the YouTube's channels. On the YouTubes, my friend say, on the YouTubes. So it'll be a lot of fun. So we're doing that. But it'll be a good time. And then June 16th at the Westin Bonaventure Hotel in downtown Los Angeles, the Daytime Emmys will be live on CBS. It'll be the evening. So I'm assuming our whole thing's going to be in the evening, like red carpet and everything. So I'm getting myself together. They haven't announced, signing up for the red carpet. So I'm working on that. They're fast forwarding Bo and Hope. I was getting old. Oh, so I'm not fast forwarding though, of course. Which YNR alumni do you think has had the most successful post-Generation City career? Probably Shamar Moore. Shamar Moore it went from that to Criminal Minds, to Soul Train, Criminal Minds, SWAT. He's doing very well. He is doing very, very well. But there's probably others I'm forgetting. But just top of my head, I would say Shamar Moore. Like list. Did she put out a list? Yeah, I'm lost. I haven't been really online or anything. So she put out a list. I know that. But she'll be on my show. We do our show. We have a good time. We'll work on her Wi-Fi. We're working on her Wi-Fi. But we always have a good time every year. So It's funny, Solomon. I have no problem with Connor and all that. My problem is with Tanisha Harper on General Hospital. I think her and TJ look like brother and sister. And I know black don't crack, but geez, she's beautiful and looks way too young. And they never said, and they never put in the story like she was a young mother or anything. But I mean, she looked young. That's where I'm always like, I forget their mother and son until they start talking. She's like, "You're making me a grandma." I mean, I'm a young grandfather. I totally get it, a 5, but I'm like, okay. So that's where I have a problem. I mean, I can remember that, but on GH, I'm like, homegirl, and she's beautiful. That nurse's ball, homegirl is beautiful. Oh my goodness. But see, with my girl, Vanessa Antoine, she has 2 teenage boys, so it makes sense to me with her. And Brianna Nicole Henry still look a little too young, but that's fine. That's fine too. Well, the thing about Nate, yes, I mean they all, like I said, I'm sure there's folks who've have careers. I was thinking top of my head, Shamar Moore, because everybody knows who he is. No, they didn't bring back the character. They just mentioned her. They literally mentioned her dead mother. They didn't bring her back. I've been talking about her because I've been wanting her on the show, but she won't be back because it's just too much bad blood. She won't be back. Well, I know I would love to have Sharon and Nick back together, but it don't seem like they're working that out at all. I don't know what I don't like Nick and Sally. I just don't. Vivica Fox. Well, Vivica Fox started on. Did she start on Another World? Or was it Younger? She started on. It was on several soaps. I did a movie with her, Second Chance at Christmas. No, she did. She's very successful. Very nice person on set. We had a really good time together. It's Vivica A. So yeah, she's successful. No, I'm sure I forgot other people. But he asked me why and R, and I'm thinking, and like first to mind is Shamar Moore, because he just really did continue to blow up. She started on Generations, that's right. I knew she was on another soap first. So yes, and Shamar Moore's coming back to YNR for a couple appearances around my birthday, May 8th. Very excited. I cringed when Mamie told Lily she had Jew spirit. Lily's not white, so I don't. It's just so interesting to me that there are a lot of people questioning Crystal Khalil's heritage. It's so funny to me that and I'm not being always a thing, but it seems like recently. So it's funny you say that, and I'm like a lot of folks are bringing that up, and I'm like, but she's a Black woman. She's a light-skinned Black woman. She's multiracial. Her father's Pakistani and her mother is, I believe, biracial, is Black and white. So you know the rule, drop Black blood into you're Black. My DNA, I'm 55% white, and I look like this. So my father could pass, and I got sisters and kids who got blonde hair. But I mean, the thing is, but I'm Black. I see Black when I look at me. When I look at her, I see Black. We come in all shades and shapes and everything. So, but it's just funny, interesting. That's been a recent thing. I'm like that. People have been really questioning her Blackness. Well, no, I'm just saying, Solomon. That's funny that you kind of bring that up the value. But that's like people are questioning her. They're questioning her race. And I'm like, well, homegirl Black. They would not have her play a Black character if she wasn't Black. And remember, Drusilla. Well, homegirl, she's biracial herself too. But not on the show, but the actress. But Black people come in all different. I got to see. I may take that, Solomon. I know you don't know who I am, but I always get. And you're not offending me, but I always get triggered by that because I was told I talk white growing up, and I'm from. I went to school in the Valley, but I'm from the hood, and I can talk hood and do all I need to do. But I get a lot of folks who would tell me that I sounded white because I talked proper. I talked proper English. At school, I'm at school. When I'm at, a lot of us code switch. It's different. When I'm at school or at a job, I talk like this. But I can talk, down home if I need to, with the homies in the corner if I have to, when I'm in that situation. So it's always funny to me. I think when I say black folks come in all, they're black nerds, or like we all come in all things. But it's funny, I know you're not saying it to me, but I'm just saying that when you say that, it brings that up for me. I fully admit that. I'm like, I don't talk white. That's dumb. I don't know what that means. I just talk a certain way. That's American English, in a certain way. And we do know we have to kind of code switch. Well, Victoria Rowell has that white looking daughter. Have you seen it? Have you seen her daughter? She's had to defend her blonde hair, blue-eyed daughter, and for years. For years, she has a son with Bradford Marsalis. He looks, brown, but her daughter, people just same thing with Eartha Kitt's daughter. They don't believe that's their daughter. It's like genes skip. I have blonde grandchildren, blonde hair, blue-eyed grandchildren. They're my grandchildren, folks. Now I'm not blonde. My daughter isn't blonde. Her father, it skipped generations. So it's kind of funny that happens. But Victoria Rowell is the one who has, because you remember she was in foster care and stuff. She has a daughter who looks like Joss on GH, exactly, Easy Flower, and she said to defend that's her daughter. That's her natural birth daughter. So it's kind of funny. That's funny. All the stuff you're bringing up to me is like. It's very interesting because I've talked about that on this show before. I know you're new to the lot, folks. Hi, Brooklyn. No, that's her. See, that's what everybody thinks. No, that's her daughter. That's her that's her bio daughter. And same with Eartha Kitt. And it was funny. Her daughter now is on TikTok, and actually, you look at them together. There is a resemblance in there. I just think it's just kind of funny. We have so many. Like I said, I'm 55% white. I took my DNA test, but I look like this. So it's like we just have to be careful with that. We come Latinos come in all shades, black folks come in all shades. Like we come in all looks, and things do. I was like, my baby mama isn't white, not at all. Neither of my baby mamas are white. So I think people need to open their eyes to that stuff. Neither of them are white. So it's like, it's just kind of, that's my brothers are lighter skinned than I am. I had a dark skinned brother with a very different shape, different coloring. It happens. My father is biracial. It's half and half, and we came out looking different. We came out looking different things. And if you have enough kids, the combinations could be anything. So it's one of those things. So no, my baby mamas aren't white at all. Nope, neither one. So that's the thing. So it's just kind of just that genes can skip and things can move, and genetics are actually fascinating. Because someone else has a white child too, like Persia White. Her daughter was another one from Girlfriends. No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. Not my high school. We didn't do that. Matt, sorry, not in the hood. And someone else has a kid. They question. There's several. They question that their bio child. Like, no, that's my bio child. I did it. So, but then, as everybody knows in this chat, except for you, I look just like my mother. Then you have the opposite, where I'm her twin. Like, she gave birth to me, and I look just like her, which is also kind of an anomaly, where I look so much like her, it's weird. We're twins. Like, literally, we're twins. So many of you guys in this chat have seen pictures of her. No, Benita and I look just alike. So there's also that too that happens. Like, what's her name? Bette Midler's daughter is her twin. It's so weird. Yes, Nathan, make sure rest in peace. I talked about it earlier on the show today. So if you want to watch in the back, you'll see I talked about Miss Elizabeth Hubbard. So yes, she's a legend. See, Solomon, you came into my chat. You have no idea. We talk about all kinds of stuff in this chat. Oh yeah, we veer off in tangents and I don't care. It's my show. I do whatever I want. So yeah, I love answering you. I love seeing you guys' comments and questions. We go all over the place. Chris, I colors them all the time. I don't think so. Well, here's the thing. Well, remember, folks, on Bold and the Beautiful, Zende was dark skinned. Yes, on a side note, yes, my brother and I and my mother all look different but identical at the same time. Exactly. Everybody said that. Everybody said that. Only one of my 4 kids looks white like me. Other 3 got the Filipino coloring. Yep, there you go. You think you're a babysitter? Exactly, you're a babysitter. See? It's crazy. Genes are just crazy. But anyway, Zende was dark skinned. The child actor and the first couple of Zendes were darker skinned. But it got time to Dylan Metz, nice guy and everything. He's super light. I criticized that. I go, why do we make him lighter? Zende was dark skinned. And so I was like, that to me was a little weird. I also called out when they would do like replacements, like for Taggart, Riel Andrews, my friend, is light skinned. They got somebody to replace him who's like almost darker than medium brown. That was weird. And had a mustache or whatever. So I'm like, okay, wait, Riel has nothing on his face. That's kind of weird. And same with Marshall. Marshall's a brown skin actor. And then they replaced him with somebody who looked nothing like. I mean, I'm just like, okay, folks, we're not just going to just replace any black person in the world to play a role. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. Oh yeah, Salman, you should do one of my Zooms. You should do my soap Zoom. My soap Zoom, which is at the end of the month. You can win prizes. We have a good time, and people come through, and we talk about all kinds of stuff. Solomon, you probably like it. You should try it. You should sign up and try it. Hi, George. Yes, still a legend. Agree. Do you follow different writers on soap operas? Doesn't matter. Doesn't no matter to you. Do you follow? There are some different writers. I'm trying to think. Do you follow different writers? I'm in the business, so I know people. I know some of the writers. I actually know them. So, I mean, you mean like, do I follow them in terms of online? Yeah, because we're friends. What do you mean, do I follow? I'm trying to figure out. I think I kind of know what you're saying, but I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. Like, do we know? Do I follow them and choose of their work? Do I go from if I hear they're on another show, do I follow them? Sometimes I used to, yes. Back in the day, if you said James E. Riley, if you said Douglas Marlin, Hogan Schaefer, there are certain writers, yes, that I was like, I will check out their work. There are no writers today, Ron Calavardi possibly, but there's no really writers today that Michelle Valjean, I love her, but there's hardly any other writers that I really, really follow anymore. Oh, do you have any opinions? Oh, okay, on a tenure. I don't have any opinions on there of her tenure. Yeah, I don't. The writing, I have more opinions on usually the acting and the whole overall picture. Rome Flynn on Bowl was Dion's skin tone. No, Rome's a little darker. He's a little darker. He's not dark skinned, but again, I said he got lighter and lighter. No, Rome is a little darker than Dion. I just saw a picture of Dion, I think yesterday. And either it's either whatever he's using or whatever, he's really light skinned. I don't know if he was a filter or whatever, but he was really light skinned. But Rome's a little darker. That's what I'm saying. But still, the point, Chris, is that they're getting lighter. Zende was dark skinned. Because he was from Africa. That's the whole point. Beautiful brown skin. Lauren, ElizabethHubbard passed away over the weekend. She played, of course, Lucinda on As the World Turns. She was the first actress to win a daytime Emmy for lead actress for The Doctors. So that's when I first came on. So Salma and Lauren know each other. I don't know Lauren, so you guys know each other. But yeah, Salma, I see what you're saying. There are folks, I love soaps, but I'm not that fanatical, I guess. I know, like, you have to ask Candace. Candace is into, there are folks who are into producers, directors. I was just like, yeah, it's just different. It's just, Facebook Kyle Louder. Kyle's my friend, actually. I just saw Kyle a couple months ago. Kyle Louder is my friend. As Billy, never thought about it before. That's interesting. I have never thought about him as Billy. I guess he could do it. He's the right age range and everything, but I never thought about it for him. Yes, all the actors on Theo are light skinned. Yes. Yeah. But see, they're consistent. They're very consistent. Yeah, ElizabethHubbard is one of the best. Rose's done well after Soaps too. He has done well. I still think Shamar Moore's bigger name. If you say Shamar Moore, almost everybody knows who he is. That to me is the sign of someone who's really made it. But Rome is doing great. He's doing great work. He's working. That's another sign of success. If you keep working. But Shamar Moore, people know his name. They know his name. He's really made a name for himself in this business. And and it's incredible because he could have just been another pretty face, but he was much more than that. He's much more than that. I was trying to think. But most the Trina's on GH, very different. Yes, exactly. And Chris, good point. And the Jordans are all very different. And I mentioned Brianna Henry when she first came on, how light skinned they matched the hair of Vanessa, but it was like completely, but now Tanisha, who's totally different than both of them, but beautiful, tall and beautiful. It's just funny because when it comes to white actors, they usually go for the same hair coloring, whatever, just about, and they go from there. They may look different in facial features. Like none of the Cardis look alike. All the Cardis look different on GH, but they're mostly brownish blonde white girls. I'm just saying, stay consistent to me. Like replace the character, stay consistent. And her looks. When it comes to Black folks, they should just stay consistent on some level, even though it's not really part of the storyline. But Brian James has been on it forever, so he's only played Devon. So they haven't had a replacement Devon. So I'll be curious if they did that, who would they get? So I don't know. But the Jordans are a great example. They're a great example of that. That's funny. Kyle Lauder is Billy on. Why not? Why not? I said right age. Why not? Yes, Battle Network stars. But see, these networks don't care anymore. The networks, just like the networks aren't where it's at anymore, you guys. Streaming is where it's at. Cable's not even where it's at anymore. It's streaming. It's subscription services. That's where it's at. I'm telling you, I do the Star Wars shows. They're huge. I can stop doing the soap shows and my channel will be okay because my Star Wars shows are doing bigger than my soap shows. The Star Wars stuff, now they're on Disney Plus, and it's opened a whole new world to me and my channel and my co-hosts. It is huge, huge. And this Star Wars celebration in Europe just happening right now. I did all this stuff in my show. My shows are flying through the roof. So streaming is it. Streaming is where it is at. And so Days of Our Lives is doing very well on Peacock. That's streaming. They got a 2-year thing and they got it. The thing is, Chris, and I agree with you on this part, there's so many Black actors in Hollywood and in New York. I'll put Hollywood in quotes. New York, Atlanta. There's so many, go to Tyler Perry, he'll tell you. There's so many Black actors out there who could be good in these roles. So, and there's plenty of actors that have, I know you don't want the exact same person. I get it, you want to have a little bit of difference. But when it comes to color, I feel like you should at least try to like closely match it. So it's not so jarring. Because remember with Trina, Cindy Michaela and Tabi Ali are different colors. Totally different colors. Both beautiful Black women. Totally different colors. And they got a lot of flack for that. And now a lot of folks accept Tabiana Ali. But it took a while at first because she had the braids, she was dark, she's a beautiful chocolate woman. Where Cindy Michaela was medium brown. Beautiful, she's beautiful too. About medium brown, about a little darker than me. And folks got mad. So, but the whole thing is, Days of Our Lives got a whole 2-year pickup. They'll make it to 60 on Peacock. Dave's been wanting to cancel it for years. It was also a chopping block for years. On a chopping block for years. So I'm telling you, that's where it's at, kids. It's other stuff, nobody cared. network TV, nobody cares. It's not where it's at anymore. And I keep trying to tell you guys, network TV does not care about your soaps. But I will give CBS credit. But that's because I think of Matt Cain, who's the Y&R extraordinaire PR person. They backed their show and did a lot of promotion. ABC only did a couple of things. She's like stage actors play actors on top of stage by star in his sitcoms or the shows are declining. I can't really comment too much on Tyler Perry, what if he's declining. I don't watch any of his stuff. I just know that he has a very, very, he's hiring Black folks. You say what you want about him, but he's hiring Black folks. He's giving Black folks a chance to act in a lot of his productions. And he's unapologetic about it. And he's giving people a lot of work. Atlanta, there's a lot of work in Atlanta. My friends are working. A lot of them are working because of him. So I said, I don't watch his stuff, but I appreciate the fact that that's happening. And he has a huge studio and that he's doing it. So I know there's criticism about him for always writing his own stuff, not letting anybody else. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. But to me, it's his business. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. And if people don't like it, don't watch. I mean, we're in charge, folks. Everybody's in charge. Hi, Buzz, Chuck, and Shelly. We're in charge. I think people need to realize that. If you don't like something on television, if you don't watch it, then it goes away. And that sends a message. But if you continue to watch stuff, that means somebody likes it and it's going to stay on for as long as it stays on. Man, that's not always simple, but we're in charge. We are in charge. Change for president. That could be president. I had a bad past. But you know what I mean? It's like we're the ones who control TV sets, you know, and what they show on TV. So I'm like, and I always say that. And people say they don't want to watch something, like I get it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch. But there are folks who like it, they want to watch, and they watch. So my job is just to give commentary on what I see and fight for certain things that I think should be fought for. That's what I do. I'm a commentator. I'm an observer. That's what I do. But the streaming thing is, you know, yes, they get 37 million views a day, but it's not enough. The old numbers are dead. But then Y&R and Bold are sold as primetime soaps elsewhere. That's why they're still on the air. So they're still on. But CBS did a great job. Again, I'm gonna give Matt Cain praise. Good job. They definitely promoted the F out of during the Wrestler's 50th, where ABC had a couple people on a couple of things, no major special, nothing. For 60, you lasted 60 years and you do nothing big for it on television, not a primetime special or nothing. It's just again, I'm trying to tell you guys, they don't care. Not really. If they get rid of General Hospital, they would. It's expensive to make. They would replace it with something else. They would. That's cheaper. A lifestyle show, talk show, whatever, sports show. If they could, they would. But right now they're not. Frank Valentini keeps things under budget, and he's working things out there, and he get enough viewership that kind of helps a little bit. But I tell you guys this all the time. I said for years on Days, no one would believe me. And then when Days got canceled, I was like, I told you. There's certain things I do know. I work in this business. Certain things I do know. So you're watching Neighbors. Oh, very good. For instance, okay, very good. Yes, they're bringing back Neighbors for the new season. Things are changing it very fast now. I really hope for the better. You know, that's the thing, BuzzChuck. It's like we're having to make these choices of, do we trust our soap producers and soap writers to give us good soap, to make it last, or do we think it's gonna go in the toilet in a few years? So why I made 50? Well, will it make 52? Bold made 36. Will it make it to 40? Will GH make it to 62, 61? Those are the questions that we don't know. And so you want to feel optimistic, but then depending on how you feel about each soap opera and their state, you're like, nah. Some folks hate their soaps right now. They're watching them, but they hate what's going on. And there are others who are like me, are like, I like some of the stuff and I don't like some of the stuff. And there are others who like it. So that's, again, soap fans, the whole thing is fickle for me. It's hard to wrap my head around it. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy, you guys. I have to get off because I have an interview to do. But I'm glad I was able to sneak in here and sneak on. I'm going to try to come on again later this week. I can't come on tomorrow or Wednesday. I'm going to try to come on this morning, sometime this morning, in the morning for you guys. But thanks for coming on. Thanks, Matt, for the super chat. Thank you very much. Thanks, everybody, coming through. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Because I see you, I've been on for 75 minutes. Who knew? I love you guys. Sign up for my events. But more importantly, rest in paradise, rest in peace, rest in power. Elizabeth Hubbard. And my heart goes out to her friends and her family. Special mention to Martha Byrne. Thanks for coming through, you guys. And